That happened actually happens to me when I just arrived in the US and I was shopping for a car. And I think it was like a Volkswagen Touareg. And I mean, and they didn't know like what's the dangerous area.
Yeah.
And then there's one in Oakland. So I'm going there, like, there's one guy, black guy. He's like showing me the car and he's bring all these papers. And I'm like, well, what is this? He's like, well, yeah, so I never registered under my name, but this is like all the papers. So I'm like, okay, let's test drive it. So we're test driving it. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's go inside my house. I want to show you something else.
Oh, man.
I'm like, well, okay. So I'm going inside his house. So he's like, oh, let's go to the backyard. So we're going to the backyard. And there's another 4 guys sitting.
Dude.
And I'm like, so, bro, what's going on? He's like, so are you buying it or not? I'm like, I have a couple other vehicles I want to see today. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And then they're all looking at me like this. And then he holding this like stack of paper. And
oh my gosh.
I mean, and it's not his car. So I clearly, like, I kind of figured it out. I'm like, cool, okay. So I don't know how I like actually escaped the situation. Yeah. But like eventually I'm like kind of was like polite and everything with them. I'm like, okay, guys, nice to meet you. So I'll let you know if I'm interested. And I'm like, oh my god.
Whoa.
Damn, and then I told someone like I went to Oakland. They're like, what? Like on the Craigslist post. They're like,
it's like I went to go buy a car and I came back with all this meth. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that was
That's scary.
Dude.
There's a lot of stories about Anton where he just barely makes it out of the live.
We need to do it. So we need to do a podcast episode of Anton's adventures.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But that's awesome. I love that that's insane.
Yeah.
Like you can't make that stuff up. You should
It was
write
a really
a book.
good time in my life. You know, and I'm glad that I did it because when I was young, I think that, saying earlier, it's like, I feel like I remember turning 30 and going, I feel like I wasted my 20s. And now it's like, well, no, I really didn't. I really took advantage of it because I think I was so scared of just like never doing anything fun in my life. And now looking back, it's like, yeah, no, I'm glad I did all those things.
Yeah.
I always thought the whole like van life thing was really cool and traveling around and working remotely and getting an opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was great. I mean, I learned a lot and, life happened, got divorced, moved back, but I have no regrets. It was the best thing possible. So
all these stories make up who we are. So
exactly.
That's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
Like who like that's the last thing. I remember when you said that.
Yeah.
It took me like an hour the whole time I was just like, wait, what did she say?